Welcome to the Rob and Kale podcast. Rob Sanders.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Kale Carolina Jackpot Hall.
And fuck you! Who's next?
The Rob and Kale podcast.
Let's go!
And welcome to the Rob and Kale podcast. My name is Rob Sanders. Thanks for joining us this evening. Some folks on this podcast teams had good weekends. Some folks on this podcast did not. Let's welcome in from the upstate, the number one YouTuber in the land of Gamecocks. That is Mr. Carolina Jackpot, Kale Hall. Kale, what's up, my friend?
Not much. How's everything going your way? Good, I guess. Me, not so much. But,
Yeah.
It's what it is.
It is what it is. We're going to talk about all that in just a moment. As we roll along here this evening. And I tell you what, let's thank our sponsors, Callaway's Bar and Grill, who, by the way, have decided to sponsor our Callaway's Bracket Challenge. And a little bit different this year, Jackpot. You and I have decided, actually, it was your idea, that we should lower the dollar amount to get into the bracket challenge. It's now $10 because gas prices are up, food prices are up.
Everything's going up, but we're going down.
That's right. We go down on you here on the Rob and Kale show.
We putting them shits on sale.
It's a bargain to get into our bracket challenge, sponsored by Callaway's Bar and Grill, Callaway'sBarandGrill.com. Go by and play some retro video games. Get you some great wings. Meet some good people. If you're a Gamecock fan, they love some Gamecocks there. Love Clemson fans there too. But Callaway's Bar and Grill, folks. By the way, there's a lot of people that they'll message me about. Man, I can't find the game to watch. Where can I find the game? They have all the games, baseball, all of that for you at Callaway's Bar and Grill, right in the heart of West Columbia, Highway 1 diagonal from the Walmart. Callaway'sBarandGrill.com. All right, finally, we also have to thank Dennis Wilson from DNC Trucking and Transport. He, of course, has fireside chats with Uncle Jackpot. Jackpot, can you tell us a story this evening?
Let me see what kind of bullshit I can spend today. It's never good to be a Gamecock. Our baseball team was swept by Clemson this weekend. Baseball is probably the fifth most important sport at Clemson, yet our once proud program lost all 3 games. Big Barney Ross is happy because our women's basketball team with 10 All-Americans lost to the Kentucky Wildcats, who are now your SEC champion. It always sucks to support the Gamecocks. Go Tigers.
I've got live audio from Big Barney Ross today when they won the SEC championship. Dawn Staley has 10 All-Americans on her team this year, but she will not be the SEC champion. Live audio from Big Barney Ross as his women got it done.
I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence, and nobody can hang with my stuff. I'm just a big, hairy American winning machine. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. Yep. I mean, I wake.
And how many times have we seen South Carolina's piss poor basketball team throughout the years upset Kentucky at home? It's happened on several occasions. Didn't go very far, though. Didn't go very far.
Look, man, it's a huge win for that Kentucky program. I mean, look, we goof a lot, but the South Carolina women's basketball team is the standard in college basketball. They're great. They're the best program at South Carolina by far. So for Kentucky to get that's a huge win for them. So yeah, big deal. But then we go from that to, you don't think it's a big win for them?
Yeah, it's a big win for them, but I mean, they ain't gonna go nowhere with it. And we're still winning that national championship. That's iron.
Yeah, I'm not going to bet against Dawn Staley ever.
Well, they just weren't fuckers today.
Yeah, you guys needed to get some Ron Simmons in you. We're unfuckwithable. But today you were fucked with by the mighty SEC champion Kentucky Wildcats. So
they were diddled.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, that the final call on that game was really good. Here it is as Kentucky wins the SEC championship.
Edwards with a shot heard round the world, puts Kentucky up 2, 4 seconds. Henderson spins. Henderson at half court, won't get a shot off. Fairy tale dreams come true. 40 years in the making. The Kentucky Wildcats are champions of the Southeastern Conference. Ayana Edwards with
that's the way that works.
That's a legendary call. My God, that is second only to the hobnail boot.
Well, I tell you what, do you think that's a great call? Look, the next thing we're going to talk about is the Clemson baseball team spanking that ass. I mean, spanking that ass this weekend. The Gamecocks were competitive in night 1. The other 2 games, not so much. As Clemson gets the sweep today over South Carolina as they take home the big win.
Well, you look at this series. What was it? 6 runs scored by the Gamecocks in 3 games. And just piss poor hitting. They cannot hit the baseball. And the fielding, my God, and the pass balls, the just errors. I've made several videos on this subject. It looked like watching a cartoon, like a Chinese fire drill. It was ridiculous. Clemson has. They got this sense now that they're something special. They're just not very good. They're average at best. But they can't hit the ball over salt. Really.
All right. Well, first of all, let me say this. I don't think Clemson is a team that is going to, and Jackpot said it in his earlier videos, are they going to Omaha? I don't think so. Clemson played some sloppy baseball as well. But I do think that the question here, and normally Jackpot will say this, it was nothing that the Gamecock, or it was nothing Clemson did is what the Gamecocks didn't do. The Gamecocks played shitty baseball all weekend. If it weren't for Will Sanders on Friday night coming out there and striking out 14 guys in 7 innings and with a devastating changeup, Clemson would have beat the holy piss out of them that night too. Now I understand
how do you strike out 14 people and still lose
in 7 innings?
That's like a Greg Maddox performance.
I don't think Greg Maddox, he could strike some guys out, but
Tom Glavine performance.
7 innings. There you go. John Smoltz performance is more like it because he would get the strikeouts, but 14 strikeouts in 7 innings, but they just didn't play very good baseball. The fielding was terrible. Let's just take calls. We'll go with that route. 803-470-2905. If you want to call in and talk about the game. By the way, Gamecock fans need to slow their roll just a little bit. For the only thing they want to talk about is, we're the dominant baseball program. You've lost 6 out of the last 8 series to Clemson. The numbers show that you're not. I don't give a fuck what you do besides that. You've lost 6 out of the last 8. You've gotten your dicks kicked in. So take that back to your pipe and smoke it.
Who finished with a winning record last year and who did not?
I don't give a shit. You've lost 6 out of the last 8.
Who did? Who did not?
Okay, that's fine. You've lost 6 out of the last 8.
We have other things that matter to us. This is like I said. This is your Omaha. This is your this is your standard. We are your these Tater fans. This David Hood, or Earl Hood, or whatever his name is. This Clemson beat writer over my Facebook. And I got on there and started going back and forth with some of these idiots because he put up a post about, they're impressive stats against the Gamecocks. And the beat in the football and then the soccer and the basketballs 1/6 of 9. And then they got all pissy because I said, we're your standard. We're obviously your standard. Well, no, we're just pointing out your ineptitude. Yeah.
I won't argue that point with you. I'm just saying 6 out of 8 series shows that you've got issues beating the Clemson Tigers. Out to the phones we go. Welcome into the program. Good evening.
Hey, it's Big Barney Ross. I just wanted to call in. I don't talk politics a whole lot because I always got sports to fall back on. No matter how bad.
Don't say
things are
anything
on
bad
the
about
sports
Joe
media,
Biden. I'm gonna stump you.
You've got our president up there doing a state of confusion speech. You know, you'll have famine. I got sports to follow on. Now, hate. The Kentucky man can always hate volunteer guys, and South Carolina will always hate Clemson. Hate will move a mountain. It will build a bridge. It will unite this country. Sports is designed to get your mind off all that. Now, no matter how bad things get in sports, we can all still hate each other and come together as a nation. Now, what we've got going on now, Kentucky's women, they look great today, and, you know, call it a fluke or whatever, but they, you know, now the SEC men's basketball looks like it's going to come where South Carolina is going to come out of that and wind up playing Tennessee, and the winner of that will play Kentucky. Now, I'm pulling for South Carolina to win that because we kind of beat Tennessee by 30 at the, you know, the first of the year, and then we lost them by 13, but that was kind of a mean mugging down there. But I think South Carolina is a better team, and if it winds up being like that, where South Carolina beats Tennessee and they wind up playing Kentucky there, I'm going to try to send you some good old Kentucky bourbon where you can watch the game and holler at it, kind of like Bob Uecker did when he was, you know, calling the game for Cleveland, you know, the Indians. But this is Big Barney Ross. I want y'all to think about that for a minute. Now, hate can bring us all together, and that's why I love sports. Think about it. I'm out here.
Thank you, Big Barney Ross.
Interesting as always.
Big Barney Ross is a 5-star caller on this program. So love some Big Barney Ross. 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. He is we appreciate Big Barney Ross being a part of the program. 803-470-2905. You know, we look back at the series though, and South Carolina just kicked the damn ball around. They had 4 errors yesterday. I didn't get the final box score today, but just kicking the ball around like a bunch of bitches. That's the only term that I can use because
it was horrible. I mean, that kid God, what's the black kid's name that pitches
shortstop
plays? Yeah. What's his name?
I think it's hold on. I'm looking it up right now.
Blaswell.
Yes, Blaswell. There you go.
As soon he'd thrown like 2 pitches and that catcher threw the ball over like 30 yards over the second baseman's head. Ridiculous.
Well, by the way, I hate to be. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm done. I'm just.
Michael Braswell, the infielder from Mableton, Georgia, that guy right there is worth the price of admission. He had 4 hits today. He throws 94 miles an hour with his, as far as the fastball goes, plays really good out there. You got to give them some credit because he's a pretty good player. You need like 8 more of him, and you guys would be outstanding.
The town of Mableton, Georgia, is the interesting thing about that. In the 1800s, it was known as Grassy Creek. But the first mayor of Grassy Creek, his wife's name was Mabel, and she weighed a ton. So they renamed it.
Damn it, jackpot. SEC Dog says, my hat fits different. There is no hair on my head. There, it's gone. I have no hair. So yeah, there's that. Shaved it all off for charity the other night. There you go. It's gone. Now my head's cold though, by the way. Halfway sunburnt from being outside yesterday. So there's that. All right, we'll take calls at 803-470-2905. Jackpot, do you think Kingston needs to be fired? Are you done with his act?
He sucks.
There is an argument.
I mean, obviously the recruiting is way worse than we thought it was. I mean, and those guys were just horrible. Just horrible. And he had a bunch of transfers too. Evidently they haven't gelled the way the basketball team gelled, because they look much better. Now they haven't looked. The basketball team at South Carolina doesn't look great against the upper echelon competition in the SEC, but at least they beat the teams they should beat. That's what I like about this year's basketball team at South Carolina. They're not elite. They're not even really above average. They're just slightly above mediocre, but they're beating the teams that they should be beating, except for one back in December, unmentionable. But yeah, that.
Well, I'm in the camp that I've got a story on Kingston. I'll tell you in just a moment. Let's take this call. Welcome into the program. Good evening.
How's it going, y'all? Bluegrass Sports Media.
Hello.
Hey.
I'd just like to start by congratulating Rick Barnes for winning SEC Coach of the Year. I think it's really deserved. If you can win basketball games with that shitty of talent at Tennessee,
you really should. Hold on, respectfully, sir. Rick Barnes has never left a program, and that program went on probation. John Calipari, the fact that he can coach is an absolute disaster as far as college basketball. So don't start with me. Rick Barnes is a hell of a coach. And you know what? Calipari could learn some shit from him.
Yeah, he can learn how to recruit 3-star players and
fucking win
national championships.
And win.
And win. There's a different type of winning at Tennessee. Tennessee is happy if they make it to like the second round of the tournament. At Kentucky, we win national championships, sir.
You did.
We are the royalty of college basketball.
No,
I don't know if you know this or not.
No, you're not.
When was the last time Kentucky won it all?
2012.
Okay.
About the last time the Gamecocks won it all in baseball.
When's the last time Kentucky went to the Final Four?
2000, I think it was 17 with Karl Anthony Towns and all those guys.
Let me ask you this.
I may be mistaken.
Let me ask you this, okay? 2014, 2015 was your last time that you were in the Final Four. South Carolina's been to the Final Four since then. All right, so let's just have that. Also, John Calipari coached a team last year that went 9-16. Did Rick Barnes do that? Did he have a 9-16 mark at Tennessee? I mean, I don't know if he did or not, but what happened there? You want to explain that?
I mean, does Rick Barnes have a national championship?
I just asked you. No. I just asked you a simple question. Did Rick Barnes have a 9-16 record at any point at Tennessee?
No, but here's the thing.
Okay, thank you.
Every time I call you during football season, you tell me, don't talk to the big boys in football. Sir, your basketball program is terrible, so you probably shouldn't talk basketball, right?
The Clemson basketball program is a shithole, and I've said that forever. We are like Gamecock football. All I'm saying is that I'm talking about what you brought to the program, which was that Rick Barnes won the Coach of the Year, and he did it with 3-star talent. I said John Calipari could do something with that because John Calipari had 5-star talent last year and went 9-16.
It's a bad batch of 5 stars. I agree.
Okay.
But here's the thing. I opened your show up with telling you Rick Barnes is a good coach. If he can coach that shitty talent at Tennessee,
but it's backhanded. You don't actually believe that. You Kentucky fans are all ass hurt up there. That John Calipari should have gotten it. He has the best team money can buy. He knows how to write them checks, fill up them duffel bags full of that there money. He knows how to do it.
we don't care about individual coaching awards. We win national championships here at Kentucky. I'll
tell you what.
Look, I don't know if you're aware of that.
Hot take on the program right now. Kentucky's not winning the national title this year. There you go. Take that. Roll that up and smoke that too.
Hot take. Kentucky's winning the SEC title.
You're not willing to put your balls out there and say, hey, we're going to win the national title? You're a national championship program.
We're going to win the national title. I'll say it.
You said the SEC title. You're confident in that?
I'm confident we'll win the SEC. We'll be a 1 seed, and then we'll win the national title.
Good luck.
I'm confident in it. I mean, putting on the bootstraps of accountability. I mean,
they're almost Kentucky basketball is almost like Gamecock baseball. Like they were once elite, and now they're losing to their rivals.
It's not anymore because
What do you mean it's not similar?
It's not similar.
It's about the same.
It's not similar. No, it's not similar because Kentucky is consistently great.
Mm-hmm.
Gamecock baseball is not consistently great.
So you have this great team here. You have this great team here, but you're
you're 9 and what last year?
9-16 last season.
Consistently great, though.
Consistently great.
That's an outlier. That's what's called an outlier, sir.
Okay. Well, Sancho says he gave us $2 as a super chat because you're a salty Kentucky fan. By the way, Kentucky is not even leading the conference right now, but they're the absolute best. Absolute best. They're not leading the conference. I don't understand.
Hey, sir, why don't you ask Kansas if we're the absolute best? They're like in the top 7. And
you want me to talk about Kansas? Kale, please tell him what comes out of Kansas.
Kansas needs someone to Velcro their shoes.
What comes out of Kansas there, Kale? Let him know.
Sunflowers, sunshine, and sons of bitches.
Don't come at me with Kansas. You fuck all the way off with that.
You can name any team in the country in college basketball. Kentucky's better than them. Kentucky has more talent. Besides, maybe not Gonzaga. Gonzaga has a lot of talent, but other than Gonzaga,
I mean, you do know you. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jackpot.
No. You're fine. You said Gonzaga has a lot of talent. I said, you think?
I just when I step back and look at it, I mean, Gonzaga lost to Alabama, by the way. I guess that's a quote unquote outlier. Kentucky, by the way, they lost to Duke, which, hey, they're an ACC team, right? And the ACC sucks asshole this year. You also lost to Notre Dame. Oh, there's another ACC team. I guess that's just an outlier too, right? Yeah, they're not worth a shit. You lost to LSU. I mean, they steal and cheat like you guys do. That's kind of the cheaters.
We beat them.
Will Wade. Yeah. By the way, South Carolina did beat them, and you lost to Auburn, who leads the conference. So I mean, I'm supposed to be impressed. Is that what it boils down to?
Well, I don't expect you to be impressed because you don't really know what you're talking about when it comes to college basketball. But if you look at the stats, look at all the advanced analytics, we're a top 3 team in the country, and there's no debate about it. We beat damn near any team on a neutral floor any night.
Sure. Except for Notre Dame, Duke, Jackpot, read that comment from Brock. That's a good question there.
Would Kentucky beating Kansas be an outlier?
No, because Kentucky beat Kansas by 30 points.
Actually, it wasn't 30 points. It was 24, but
it was 20-something.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of points.
24 points.
It was 30. It was 20. It was a lot.
Why don't we just say it was 40? Fuck, it was 24, but it could be 40. For Kentucky fans, it was 65. Just like last season was 9-16, but you can turn that around. It was 16-9. Ta-da!
Yeah, I like about Tennessee that kid on the basketball team, that Fulkerson kid. That place I did the restaurant review on Powell's back in August. Apparently, he has a NIL deal with Powell's. According to one of the Tennessee fans on here, I saw that after I did the video. So I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, a little known fact there, useless fact.
Yep. Yeah. Do you have anything else that you'd like to spew at us here? Or because, by the way, are you gonna you sir? There are a few people that I want for sure to enter the bracket challenge. You are one of them because your basketball knowledge is the drizzling shits, and we should have documented record of that in our bracket challenge. Make sure that you enter, sir. Scrape up some change out of your pockets there, and enter the bracket challenge. It's $10 this year.
Okay. So what happens if I win? I obviously win the money.
You win, you get the money. What the hell? Well, look, if you win the entire thing, I will say Bluegrass Sports Media does know a little bit about basketball. I'll be happy to say that on the program. Right now, you're the drizzling shits.
And you know what else is funny? That Fulkerson kid that you were talking about, Jackpot, he couldn't drink the fucking Gatorade at Kentucky. He couldn't sit at the end of the bench. So there's that.
Well, I mean, I didn't say he was good or nothing. I just mentioned that he had an NIL deal with Pals.
Yeah.
He'd have an NIL deal with the end of the bench at Kentucky. So just so you know.
Well, that's fine. I don't know if I'd want to play at Kentucky anyway with all those criminals and convicts. Fuck them.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to play about the winningest program in college basketball history either.
I don't think
kind of a hard
Kentucky's the winning.
decision, right?
Are they the winningest program in college basketball history, or is that one of your facts? Like
Yeah.
you won by 40 instead of 26.
Kentucky is the winningest basketball program in college basketball history. And second is North Carolina. And I think third may be UCLA. I may have those flipped. But I know UCLA has the most national championships.
Yeah.
They won like 12 in a row or some shit.
Cool.
Or like they won a lot in a row.
All right. Well, do you have any other things you'd like to promise us you're going to get in the bracket challenge? The link is in the bio. Will
I'll
you
get
do
in
that?
tonight.
All right. There you go.
I will. Kentucky got a new offensive coordinator. I don't know if you talked about that.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
sure. That's fine. We're focusing on baseball and stuff right now, but yeah, sure. We could talk about Kentucky's offense that's needs some work.
Well, I mean, if you want to put the crowd to sleep talking about baseball, you guys can go ahead. But
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, sir. You don't like baseball? This is America, sir. That is America's pastime. I will not sit idly by and let you bash the United States of America. I will not allow that to happen, sir. Not on this program. You will apologize to your country, sir. Apologize to your country. Apologize.
That was America's pastime. And like
apologize to your country, sir. I will not have you mocking baseball and the United States of America. I'm not having it. You need to apologize.
That's the only baseball you're going to get to see all your college baseball.
Listen to me, you commie.
Yeah, if it's
you communist bastard, you get off of that fighting line over there with the Russians and you apologize to your country right now.
I feel like you're trying to make me Ivan Koloff here, and that's not me.
I'm not making you Ivan Koloff. I just want you to apologize to your country.
Anyway, if it's such an American sport, how come
I gotta hang up on him. Can't have commies on this show. Sorry, Jackpot. Can't hang up on him. I can't deal with it. I will not have communists calling on this show bashing the great American sport of baseball. It's not working.
Did he say Ivan Koloff?
He said I was like Ivan Koloff. I will not have it.
Yeah,
will not have it.
He's dead now.
You're welcome to call back the program, sir. Once you apologize to the country.
He was pretty good. He was a pretty good heel back in the day.
Yeah. The whole thing with him singing the Russian national
Magnum
anthem.
TA, nephew Nikita is in dungeon training for your U.S. championship belt.
Yeah. By the way, Kentucky they are the winningest. They have the most Division I wins in college basketball. They're 4 ahead of Kansas. So there's that. Lisa says, just because a person doesn't like baseball doesn't make them a communist. Ma'am, I will not have it. We are America. We play basketball here and baseball. All right, let's see what we got here. Hold on. Welcome into the program. Good evening.
It's not a communist. And I done heard that somebody said that Kentucky is basketball royalty.
That's what they said.
That's what they say.
Well, that's not what I say because their men's and women's team are both not ranked in the top 5, unlike Baylor. And we're defending national champs.
Yeah,
I think we're the kings right now. Kings and queens.
You're the kings and queens of college basketball. Okay. I mean, it's not hard to argue with the champ. So
that's right.
We don't argue with hardware on this show. That's something Jackpot and I agree on. We don't argue with hardware.
Baylor's athletic program's doing pretty well lately. I mean, football team. Really good last year. Both basketball teams lighten it up.
Mm-hmm.
know what?
Much better shape than the Gamecocks right now.
You know what, Jackpot? Here's my thing with Baylor. They've overcome being a rape culture at football. I mean, hell, the basketball team actually they had somebody that murdered somebody. I mean, they've overcome that. They've overcome murder and rape to be relevant, Jackpot. Congratulations to the former rapists and former murderers at Baylor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, guess what? Clemson, South Carolina is the arch rival for
raped and
Clemson.
murdered people. All we had was some dude who went out and pretended to shoot himself in the leg. You remember that?
Anyway, how y'all doing tonight?
There's no rapists for the South Carolina football program. There's nobody shooting each other with the Gamecock basketball program. They don't have that there, by God. That's just for Baylor. You guys can carry that torch.
What was that guy's name that went out and he pretended to shoot himself in the leg?
I don't remember.
Miles. Kenny shot Kenny.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I do remember that now. Yeah, but that was on himself though, Jackpot. He didn't murder somebody else.
Yeah, Chris Silva going around downtown 5 Points shooting himself with a pellet gun?
I tried to build your program up and you're throwing him down, Jackpot. I'm not having it now. Come on now. Big Barney Ross says Baylor is as bad as Duke lacrosse. Woof.
Tight.
All right, man. Hey, anything else for the program?
Well, how y'all doing?
I'm fine. Jackpot's not happy because his team, I mean, hell, his basketball, both basketball teams lost. Baseball got swept by Clemson. It's pretty shitty right now for Jackpot. He's looking forward to Xavier on Tuesday night. Hopefully they can win that game.
Well, both of y'all's baseball teams would stomp our baseball team. We are hot dog water.
Well, that's up for debate.
Always have been, basically. But hey, we got Max Muncy to brag about, but
yeah,
that's pretty much it.
All right, buddy. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling the show.
Absolutely.
All right, bye-bye. Final call for calls 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. Big Barney Ross says Kentucky's football team had 10 players under federal indictment. Is that what we're going for now? Who's got the most players under indictment? Oh, shit.
God.
What is wrong with me bringing up the rapists and murderers at Baylor? Oh, shit. I've got issues. Jackpot got to meet my kids yesterday. They seem well-rounded. That just proof that it's all about their mother because they don't have any of my fucking genes. They're all honor roll students and fucking, all bright. I got to meet Jackpot's better half. He outkicked his coverage.
Yeah.
That's the fucking truth. So
definitely.
That was all fun yesterday. Tony Jackson says the price of fandom is the roller coaster rides of W's and L's. Elijah says Tennessee had players rob a gas station with a BB gun in team only apparel. I didn't know that. When the fuck did that happen?
I don't know.
I do know that the Tennessee baseball team last year, they would when I know like the first couple games of the season when they'd hit a home run, when they came to the when they ran around the bases, touched home plate, and came back to the dugout, they were holding up McDonald's bags, which is funny because the football team just got popped for giving recruits money in McDonald's bags. So you had your baseball team clowning your football team at Tennessee.
I forgot all about that. Now
that's some fucking shit. All right. Well, Big Barney Ross with a good point there. If you're not first, you're last. Yes, sir. You're right about that. Absolutely right about that.
Truer words
It is tournament week. It is tournament week, Jackpot. As let's see here. Let's take this call first. Welcome into the program. Good evening.
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
Hey, buddy. How are you?
Good. Hey guys, it was good to see y'all. It was good to see y'all yesterday.
Yeah, man, it was good to
Yeah.
see you too. And of course, this gentleman came up and got a picture with Jackpot and myself. It's on the Rob and Kale Facebook page. And I'm not a Gamecock fan, but I mean, he had on some sharp ass shoes. You agree, Kale?
He did. I wonder where people get those kind of kicks from.
Hold on, my computer's out.
I'm wearing the same thing every day, you know.
Yeah, pretty solid, man. I thought those were some cool shoes, man. But hey, it was good to see you. You have anything else you want to add for the show?
Sure. Before I go, guys, I got a quick question about soccer and baseball. First of all, I think soccer needs to start doing politics because it's not helping our sports at all.
Okay. And what about the baseball team?
They need to change up something different because when something's not working, you know, it needs to be fixed.
Yeah, that's true, buddy. Hey, man, as always, I appreciate you calling the program. Thank you very much.
You have a good night, guys.
All right, there you go, buddy. Thanks for calling the program. We appreciate that. The SEC tournament bracket is set. South Carolina is the 7th seed. They will play Mississippi State on March the 10th. So that would be what? Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday, March 10th.
So Clemson Furman won tonight over Samford up there in Asheville at the fucking Ingalls Coliseum up there. I don't know what it's called. The damn Harrah's Cherokee Casino, sponsored by Ingalls, whatever place. 71-68. So they're going to the finals of the Southern Conference tournament.
Yeah, so they're going to play. It looks like Mercer. Oh, hold on. That was a no. Hold on. Let me look at the. Damn it. Southern Conference. It's Furman and Chattanooga. By the way, Chattanooga's been right there all season. I think Furman was the 4 seed. So, but 7-10 matchup. South Carolina and Mississippi State. They split the season series. If you win that game, you get Tennessee. So, by the way, here's something that. You know what? I'm going to hang my balls out there again, Jackpot. Georgia and Vanderbilt play first. Doesn't matter who wins that game. Alabama stomps them, and I think Alabama beats Kentucky. I don't think Kentucky's going to make the semifinals. There you go.
Alabama can shoot the ball. When they get hot, they're hot. Let's see. Papa B says a tired Mississippi State team with a coach on the way out. Already got the excuses ready.
Yeah.
Hey, you ain't even lost yet. They played the Gamecocks the first game we played in the season, and they ate our lunch. So, you know,
yep.
Not a guaranteed win.
The ACC tournament, by the way, is also set. Here's how the bracket looks. What the hell? Oh, here we go. Clemson, by the way, has won 4 straight games. Which is probably enough to keep Brad Brownell his job. And Clemson is the 10 seed. They will play at 4:30 in the afternoon on Tuesday. Their matchup is NC State. If they win that game, they'll get Virginia Tech, the team they beat the other night.
As long as Dave Doran's not on the sideline, you'll be all right.
Yeah, and then the quarterfinals, if they get that far, they've got Notre Dame. So there's definitely that. Jackpot, couple final things before we get out of here. Coach K lost his final game at Duke at Cameron Indoor. That is the biggest heel move ever with the Tar Heels, getting the win in his final game.
How do you shit the bed like that? My God.
I laughed really hard. And I'm not a Coach K fan, but I laughed really hard. I don't know how the fuck that happened. That was pretty fucking epic, to say the least.
You're obviously not a Coach K fan if you're laughing at him.
I'm not a Coach K fan. I think he's he looks like Count Chalk, or the Count from Sesame Street with the clap. So
he was real mean. He was real mean to some little kid a couple of years ago. Remember that interviewed him? Intern, maybe. I don't know. It's a real dick.
He's a dick. He's a douche. He's a douche. All right, so I think we're gonna wrap up this show, Jackpot. Gamecock baseball Tuesday night. We'll have tournament games this week for both South Carolina and Clemson. Would not surprise me if Clemson lost in the first round. And I mean, I don't know what with South Carolina. They could win 4 games in a row or shit the fucking bed. I don't know.
Oh, Coach Case also ends his career with a 1-1 record. He's 500 all time against the Gamecocks.
There you go. I did not know that. Very good, sir.
Yep.
All right, bracket challenge info is up. Go to robandkaleshow.com. Also, you've got in the show link here, the link is right there. $10 to enter because we care about you. The economy is kind of crazy right now where it costs we're going to have $5 gas before the sun comes up, it seems like. Gas went up 50 cents in 3 days. Me in the face.
Time to go out to the garages and the carports and the outbuildings and the sheds and get the old 10-speed Schwinn's out, pump some air in them tires, and
I got nothing. All right, well, we appreciate you guys as always. We'll be back at it on Wednesday. New rundown tomorrow, of course, on Fox Sports Radio 1400. We're going to start talking some NFL draft and all kind of stuff. I don't know what that was, but what a great way to end the show. See you later on.